Hi everyone, and welcome to this very first episode of Story Time with Dolly. Before anything else, I would like to know if you guys believe in supernatural existence, or is there any event that has happened in your life that made you believe in them? Or even if you don't, do let me know in the comment section. And by the end of this video, if you happen to like it, then do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button. Now let's get started. So this story is about a guy who has been recently posted to a rural area in India. And if I forgot to mention, he was like really heavy into gaming. Okay, let's call him Abhishek. So Abhishek was really heavy into gaming. He loved gaming and stuff like that. But on the other hand, we also know already कि villages में electricity का कितना problem होता है. So he faced the same problem, and therefore he thought that क्यों ना मतलब इस विलेज से थोड़ा आगे जाके देख ले, if there's a town if where he can stay, and वहाँ से to and fro करे. So, and that's what he did. So he went to a nearby village and he lived there, and he traveled every day to the office and back to his rented uh, room. एंड इफ़ आई फॉरगॉट टू मेंशन, वो 2-3 बजे को ही वापस आ जाता था ऑफिस से, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट जॉब है, इतना ज़्यादा कुछ कोई बोलता नहीं है. सो या तो वन फाइन डे जब वो वापस आ रहा था फ्रॉम हिज ऑफिस, ही कम्स इन हिज मोटरसाइकिल. ठीक है, नाउ जब वो वापस आ रहा था ना, तो ही सॉ a lady, and he like crossed the lady with his motorcycle, and some like out of curiosity he just looked into his motorcycle's rear mirror to see her face basically, but he did not see the woman itself. मतलब वो गायब हो गया है. And he was like, how is this possible? So he stopped his motorcycle and वो पीछे देखा मुड़ के. And by the way, that was the biggest mistake. वो पीछे मुड़ के देखा एंड ही सॉ नो वन, एंड उसके आसपास ना कोई घर है, ना ना कुछ लोग हैं कि किसी के साथ जाके बात कर लिया या कहीं चला गया. लाइक कुछ भी नहीं था वहाँ पे. बट ही शी जस्ट डिसअपियर्ड. एंड ही अभिषेक, इंस्टेड ऑफ गेटिंग स्केर्ड, क्योंकि वो इट वॉज 3 बजे था दिन का, सो ही वॉज नॉट स्केर्ड एंड ही जस्ट लुक्ड अराउंड. एंड जब उसको फाइनली मिला नहीं, सो ही जस्ट केम बैक होम, मतलब अपने रेंटेड घर पे. एंड ज़्यादा कुछ सोचा नहीं उसके बारे में, एंड वो शाम भी ऐसे गुजार लिया. लाइक ही हैड टी, डिनर, एवरीथिंग, एंड ही वेंट टू स्लीप. अराउंड 1 बजे रात को सोने चला गया. आफ्टर अ वाइल he was having a difficulty sleeping that night, and he started feeling a cold hand around him. ठीक है, and he started having these episodes of sleep paralysis. अगर किसी को ये नहीं पता sleep paralysis क्या होता है तो गूगल कर लेना. ठीक है, तो sleep paralysis was common for him. He 2-3 बार he had sleep paralysis episodes, but उस दिन it was different. He never felt that cold touch of someone, but that night he felt it, and he was so damn scared. And not only that, उसके बाद उसको आवाज़ें सुनाई दी, किसी लड़की का आवाज़, टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक औरत का आवाज़. ठीक है, एंड वो बोला like, and then Abhishek was like, who are you? Okay, so he took this courage in him and he asked, who are you? And then he got a voice saying, who am I? मेरा नाम जान के क्या करोगे, ऐसे करके. ठीक है, एंड ही वॉज पेट्रीफाइड. कैसे कैसे करके वो रात कटा. ठीक है, एंड देन नेक्स्ट सुबह जब वो उठा, he had this high fever, and like basically he was not feeling well, so he decided कि वो ऑफिस नहीं जाएगा आज. So he did not go to the office. And the second night, जिस दिन वो ऑफिस नहीं गया, उस रात को भी he felt the same thing. Okay, and this lady keeps on coming to him. Obviously he don't see that lady, but he can feel her presence. And she somehow was kind of after him, she would tell him why, is he not responding, and like you were after me and all of that. And वो लड़का, सॉरी ठीक है, मेरा बैकग्राउंड में कुछ अगर डर लग गया तो सॉरी, बैकग्राउंड back okay, back to the story. So she was in a way, trying to get attached to this to that guy, and wo ladka was constantly trying to know why these things are happening to him. Okay, and he finally took the courage and responded and just said it out loud that why are you after me. Okay, and that lady responded by saying कि यू वर लुकिंग फॉर मी राइट, ऐसे करके. सो वो रात भी कैसे कैसे बीत गया. ठीक है, मॉर्निंग को जब वो उठा, ही फील्स कि उसने कुछ हेलुसिनेट करा. लाइक कैसे सच हो सकता है, हुम वॉज ही टॉकिंग टू, एंड कौन उसे बात कर रहा था, like what was he feeling and all of that. And he is in a very bad mental state, and even his physical health was getting worse and worse. But he recalled that उस रात को that lady was angrily telling him about how even her husband left her dying, okay, in this village or XYZ जगह में ऐसे ऐसे किया. And while he was going to the office, he thought like, no, I have to ask about this. So he went to the office, and that day uh, जो वो सरकारी नौकरी जब करते हैं लोग, तो एक आदमी होता है ना, लाइक जो बेसिकली सब चाय वाय ला के देता है, ऑल ऑफ दैट, लेट्स कॉल हिम श्याम. सो बेसिकली अभिषेक श्याम से पूछता है कि मतलब मेरे साथ ऐसे ऐसे हुआ है, एंड क्या तुमको कुछ कहानी बताई क्या इसके बारे में. सो श्याम tells him about, yeah, I have heard about this, and there is a place XYZ. And then he takes him to a tantric. Okay, so Shyam takes Abhishek to the tantric. Now the tantric tells him that it's good that you're not dead yet, and she's after you, and she has had these things that has happened in her life. And she was killed by her husband and apparently hanged in a room. And everybody has just concluded कि उसने suicide करा है, but then everybody knows कि उसका husband उसको कितना मारता था and like torture करता था. ठीक है. And the tantric was like, it's good that and I'm surprised that you're not yet dead, because these spirits are very very um, evil, and they just want to take away anybody's life, you know. And then the tantric took $20 from him, and then he went back, and the tantric eventually told him to follow certain rituals. And he went back to his room, and he have done whatever the tantric asked him to do. And after that point, he never felt that experience or never felt that presence again in his life. And but one thing that always have stayed back in his mind is the feeling of that supernatural existence. And somehow, even if he does not want to believe in whatever has happened and just want to uh, name it, call it whatever you want to, but he somehow is now obliged to believe in these things. And yeah, so I personally also believe that there are supernatural uh, things that are going around us, and we cannot see them, but we do experience them. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Listening to this story. And if you guys liked it, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you have such experiences and you have such stories, then you can send those stories to me on the email ID that I'll be attaching in the description. And if I like the story, I will tell your story in this channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.